would have been kind of an L. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know how to do it though. I don't know what I did. Did it fuck up? Okay, I just pressed it again. Is it working again? Oh fuck. We're fuck. We're. I don't know if it worked again, bro. Shit works, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. Leave and join this session? Did it do something? Okay. I knocked. This popped up. Okay. Okay. Go to your stream together backstage window. Sure. Use this window. Chat. Yes! 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 Sweet. Okay. There we go. Thank fucking Christ. Shit's so funny. Painkiller hero. I just usually go 855 because it's looking hard to talk for you sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, well, I'll mute. I'll mute. Yeah, I can I can mute for my intro. Actually, my whatever. Wait, I'm just gonna go to a different VC for like a minute and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm gonna go soon. I'll be back in like a minute ish. Well. Looks like my transition didn't play. I don't know why I always have tech problems in this stream. It's kind of ridiculous sometimes, but whatever. Welcome back to another coach stream. This is literally stream 6 in a row, bro. I literally only plan to do Monday through Thursday this week. These are all kind of just like impromptu. Plus, me and Vex have been talking. We've enjoyed casting together a little bit, so we're getting into it today. You can see in the share chat thing below. I'll go back to the VC shortly just so we can talk about the game. Just doing the intros simply because whatever. I guess it's like half official production, half just us couch casting. So whatever it is, but we got a good game today. We got Nightmare versus Extinction, two really good teams. I'm excited to see what's happening here. And I hope it's a good one. I'm gonna go back and see what's happening with this. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Let's talk about Nightmare first. How about that, right? Yeah, I agree. They're my favorite to win it all right now. This team is just way too stacked, like from top to bottom. I'm a big fan of Virtual and Flex support, so like I think getting them plus like a lot of the other talent, like PK, Weeby. Oh.
I personally think EXO's gonna be the best team. That's me, but I do think this team is top three undoubtedly.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, the top three is just like it's hard to like rank them in order, but I feel like it is kind of like pulled away from the rest of the pack, like that Dark Mode, Nightmare, Ex Oblivion, Trinity.
Mm.
I don't know if Dark Mode is necessarily a part of it, just because I literally have not seen a second of them play together, so
Yeah,
I don't actually know. That's just kind of me like guessing and using name value and like stuff. But definitely Nightmare and Exo are going to be so good. Um, and yeah, I mean, I hope this is a good series. Holy carried by PC Nerd, bro. You got a hater in your chat, bro.
bro, who typed that? And it's
Whatever
Lip
that
Hao
is.
Gao Dao. Yep.
All right, now let's take a look at
Yes, sir.
Extinction, bro. This is a team I'm really excited for. I'm happy to see Santana finally off that Kensugi bench, bro. I think Santana is so good and gonna be like an immediate impact and contributor to this team. And then a lot of like great players. I know we were talking about him like after
Well,
the stream yesterday as well. Snao really underrated. Karma's really strong as well. And then I love Red X as a person. He's a great player too, in my opinion. So I'm just excited to see him. Back at it again on a team. It's just fun. I don't know. I mess with Bread X heavy, so I'm excited to cast him again tonight. And then you talked a little bit as well, like Faruski is kind of like up and coming talent. I'm not really on that ball just because I don't watch World Cup very much, but
yeah. I watched Ferus. I mean, literally, I think four of their players. Is it four? Four of their players are on Team Mexico, so they definitely have the synergy going. Along with Snao and Red X, obviously, I've been playing with that core for a long time. I do think highly of Snao. I think Snao is one of the best players in the lobby for sure. I think so much talent on hit scan there. I think the rest of them just play so well together, and they're all like mechanically good that I think if they play together as a core, they can definitely beat this team.
yeah,
It'll be a really good match, hopefully.
yeah, and I think also I was thinking like before this like the big thing that I'm scared of with Nightmare is vibes. I think like it's not like Flame, but like Painkiller can be like he's a very passionate player, so he gets really into the matches and he's not afraid to like address his teammates. But I feel like this like Extinction team is like good vibes, if you know what I mean. Like I don't see them like ever getting mad at each other super heavily. So maybe that could be a factor tonight. I don't know. Both teams really want this win to start out the season, though. I think Extinction could really sneak into that fourth seed in playoffs at the end of the season as well. I haven't really completely thought out where I think everyone's gonna go, but they definitely have that kind of potential. But I think this is like minimum a top 16, so this is a pretty big heavyweight matchup to get on like literally like day 2 of the season. It feels like, so I'm really excited. I don't know if you have any Preds, but I always do Preds before matches. I don't really know
I
who I want
no,
to
I
go with
don't.
though. It's a
I
tough game to Pred.
I'm thinking 3-1 Nightmare.
3-1 Nightmare. I like that. Um, I like Nightmare in this matchup too. I think Extinction, they're just new. I don't know what to expect from this team. Obviously, Faruski, also a rookie in my opinion. I know they played last
This
season,
is their first season
but
at
I
Masters.
thought they played on Garden last
They were
season.
on expert team.
I don't
No,
know.
wait, no, they were
Yeah,
on a
they were on
relegate. No,
Garden,
no, you're
bro.
right. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but I
forgot.
mean, they were on Garden, but this is like their first time like really breaking into the forefront. So I think there's gonna be potentially like nerves there. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to put all my eggs in the rookie basket. So I'm gonna rock with Nightmare 2. Honestly, I think it could be as severe as a 3-0 too. I like your 3-1. I'm just gonna go 3-2 just because I want map 5. Map 5's fun, but we are gonna get into the series here. Nightmare have the first map pick. 40 seconds left on the timer. First pick and ban. Um,
Leos.
yeah, and they're going to Ilios map 1. We watched Ilios a little bit yesterday,
I
I
have to put the
think. I don't
teams,
remember
but I'll
actually.
show them real quick.
Yeah, I think we watched Ilios a little bit yesterday. They actually banned the Jetpack Cat. So I don't know. Terrified of the Red X aura, I guess. I would be too. No glaze. But also protecting your support line. So makes a lot makes sense here. Protecting supports is I feel like kind of like a really common thing to do nowadays. Can you click the leave button on the? Oh no, I can't click that. I don't know what this is. The stream together pop out literally messes with me so hard, bro. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
I do think we could see potentially a Diva ban coming here from the Extinction roster. That's what I think they should do, especially with Painkiller being a strong Diva player and Santana I think is very strong in the Zarya pick, um, which allow them to play more of a more stable comp in my opinion. I mean, it all depends on what they. Red X we know likes to play Jetpack Cat, which they banned it, so I'm assuming it'll be a Lucio mirror with Weeb. I'm not gonna butcher
Weeby.
the Weeb. I'll just call him Weeby. Weeby is, I think, a Lucio player. We're gonna go with.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do believe that is what did they ban? Love to see.
We can't see it yet. We have to wait for the
Oh, I have to
lineups
wait
to finish
after.
finally. This is what I was trying to
That's
tell you about yesterday. Like it's kind of dumb. It's not great how the
yeah.
system works, but you got to deal with it. So we have to wait for the lineup to finalize to see what the second ban is. Also, I should change my settings in game real quick. Turn my music back on, bro. I don't know about you. I always play with music off, so turning it on for streams is kind of
Put it on
annoying.
unless I'm in the game. Usually, it's like
I hate listening to it like when I'm tabbed out in lobbies, so I just like always have it off. But I turn it on for streams because also otherwise when I load into the map, it's like
what's
just so
predicted.
soulless to cut over to the in game, bro. There's like no noise, but so whatever. This is also my favorite part of doing FaceIt cast, just sitting and having to wait at the mercy of the players to get into the lobby and start the game. So it is what it is, but hopefully we don't get like 5 minutes of time to connect time, dude. I don't know if you've seen Mouse 5, but when I casted their expert games last season, their tank player like smokes a cigarette between every map. So they spent the entire
Of
8 minutes,
course.
like every between all of the maps, like 8 minutes taken away. Just to go smoke a cigarette, and so it was grand finals, and so we went all 7 maps, and I had 8 times what 7 minutes of, or 8 times 7 equals total minutes of waiting for the lobby to start. So
Jeez.
it was kind of brutal, but it was whatever, bro. At some point, I just give up, and I'm just like, yeah, we're just gonna sit here and wait together. But what it is, what it is. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Snao kind of provides as well. I'm kind of surprised that Freya is getting a little bit more play time. I feel like she was kind of like really forced out of meta. Maybe it's just because Ilios is like a really strong Freya map that people have been playing her a little bit more. But honestly, like I feel like the meta is really opening up for like a lot of stuff
Yeah, I
to
do.
be good.
I think Freya's really good on this map, but I also don't think either DPS play the Freya as much. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to say they can't play the hero, but I know with the meta not being Freya for so long, I think both these players haven't really competed when Freya was meta. So I do think that they're gonna resort to probably Cass or Sojourn. That'll definitely be the comps we're gonna see.
Actually, one of the reasons I know Snell is because I think he's kind of like a monster Freya player.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like when
I
I
don't
was
know if
watching
he,
him a few seasons ago, he was like really, really good at it. So, um,
because I played when Freya. Oh, they've been Shion.
Shion Ban. Hey, it makes sense. It's getting a lot of playtime right now. I was playing, what this is
It
what the
is
first day of
getting a lot of
OACS
playtime.
where Shion's enabled, so we saw a lot of it.
I need to switch the teams because Nightmare's on the right side, of course.
I know, right? It's so nice that there's someone else in here who has to deal with the prod struggles, bro. Usually when I have another co-caster, they don't hear the prod struggles that go on the side.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we're
I got.
back to the lobby, baby.
And we are back to the lobby. Awesome. Extinction did ban the Shion. Let's.
What was the other band? It was Jetpack Out. Okay, yeah.
The JPC, yes.
I'm surprised. I really didn't think we were gonna see JPC out of Extinction. It feels like somewhat of maybe a throwaway, just like get the support protect in. The people need to hear the analysis in between maps, you know. Bunga Chunga, there's not much to analyze between maps. When
That's me. I got the analysis.
no, but
So
when you do a Mouse
be the
5
nerd.
game and you're on your 7th map of 8 minutes between maps, like what more is there to analyze? There's nothing else
Dude,
to
you can
talk
always
about.
analyze more. Talk about how well you think they'll do in Masters or whatever, you know.
Did Vex get
Did
the
Vex?
old PGE mic?
I actually think I do use it's the G Pro wireless 2 or something. Pretty sure that's the mic he used.
There you go.
So
I'm thinking about upgrading my peripherals. I actually am thinking about buying a webcam. I don't know where mine went, or else I would stream with one. I literally just don't own one at this moment in time. I had one.
I bought mine years ago and I'd stick with it. How are they still working on this? You are not a room member. Did they remove that? I swear like the casters used to be room members.
Nah, you never get to see it as a caster. It's another like one of the struggles. It's just like you're at the absolute mercy of whatever's happening. It's whatever though. Like honestly, like it's easy to like point out flaws in a system when like all the good stuff has
Oh,
already
we're
been
in.
built up. But we are going back in. I kind of want to rip a loot box open, bro. What one is it?
Dusu Nevermind is in here instead of Harmez.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
And Bullskunk is in this, of course.
I've okay. I've never seen Nevermind play before. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not on. I don't know who that is.
Nevermind was a very strong Genji Echo type play. Like he played the traditional flex DPS heroes a lot, and I was on a team with him. And he's definitely mechanically good, but he hasn't played in a while due to a lot of stuff. So it is nice to see him back. I think he's a good addition to the team. I'm assuming they won't be playing, like the Mei, like the more cringe heroes. I think Karma specializes in what you'd call the cringe heroes. So I think we'll see more mechanical comp come out from Extinction, especially with Fruski, and I'm assuming they'll be on Kiriko.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Lucio with Red X.
No, yeah, I agree with that. I'm curious to see if Nevermind's kind of on the Echo. I think Echo is pretty popular on Alias right now. But I feel like if you want to play Echo, like Tracer Band can also be like really, really strong. So, yeah, the Shion ban. I mean, I get it. I can't really talk about it enough because I don't really know like if that's just like a fear ban or like they just don't want to mess with Shion at all, or haven't had the time to practice her. But we are finally going into the match. We'll see what the teams want to play. We think it's going to be the D.Va for PK. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm curious to see what Santana decides to walk out on, but hopefully we
Yeah,
got
I do think Santana should walk out on the Zarya here. That is their comfort hero. To match the D.Va, I don't think they play D.Va that much. I think they might play Hazard. I think the Hazard seems to be coming out. Which is what I'd assume.
Not as quick as
No, yeah, and also
I think we should just be getting Mirror.
I'm curious to see what are your thoughts on like hit scans versus like tanks. Like when I play like in comp, like I always like swapping Cass versus Haz. Like sometimes it depends, right? But like Jutsu's walking out Soj. I don't know, like is hit swap dependent more on the map or like what the enemy team's playing? I feel like
It is more dependent on the map. I think, and I guess the comp. If you're playing a more flip style comp or like range comp, you definitely want to play Sojourn. But if you're on a more stack comp, which Hazard's more stackable than D.Va, that's why they're playing the Cass. I think it's a lot stronger to sustain.
that makes sense. I'm a really big fan of Cass right now. I think he's really, really strong even with the nerf. But never mind going over to the Tracer, no Echo in this map. And gonna catch Jutsu top pretty early in this fight. Virtual here to carry the Soj up, but lots of cooldowns used in Nightmare. Trying to find follow-up, but Nevermind is really low and gonna get taken out by Painkiller early. Nightmare. +1 in the fight, winning the neutral so far. We'll see if they can find cleanup here as Painkiller. Gonna blast onto Snow, trying to find the cast and going to fall. Fruski not able to get the Suzu in time. Santana able to find a pretty nice trade in the backline here. The hazard is so low though. Gonna find Peace. Weeby cleans up the hazard, but Painkiller's out of the mech, and I think this is actually way more winnable for Extinction. If they want to try and go for it here, Nevermind gonna stall the point for a little bit, but Red X just doesn't have the health to balance the touches, and Nightmare are gonna find the early point cap here. Painkiller falling late.
I don't really know how Nightmare somehow lost that fight. I think they got over greedy instead of stabling too early, and I think Extinction should be able to cap the point here.
Yeah. Santana's back. I mean, you just have a tank and the other team doesn't, so there's not a lot that Nightmare can do to kind of sit on the point. Now, it's going to be really, really hard to dislodge this hazard comp, I think. Painkiller going to have to make sure there's all of his steps here and clearing the off angles and then maybe looking for a hit and creating some sort of space for the team. But now, starting to look for a hit onto Nevermind, really starting to look at the Tracer early in a lot of these team fights. It looks like Nevermind, low cooldowns, kind of stuck in the Nightmare backline, but Extinction doing a nice job continuing to balance the point touch as Kirish comes out from Virtual and Jutsu finds an early kill onto Snao. Santana will fall, and I think the Kirish is just way too much for Extinction to live through here. Virtual, really nice job to get that first. And it looks like Nightmare, despite the early fight loss, is going to find a pretty quick flip.
Yeah, I think having the Kirish first is kind of an automatic fight win no matter what comp you're on this map. I think the Extinction should definitely be able to win this fight as long as they go before YB gets beat, which they seem to be, stabling kind of slow, so I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, Fruski really needs to build this Q rush. I mean, 7% away, but YB gonna build the beat first probably, or at least gonna have it as soon as this rush starts. But actually dead pre-fight. Santana finds a pretty big kill, and now Extinction gonna use the Hazhold in this. Jutsu using the overclock and gonna find Red X. So neither team is a Lucio. Red X dead with the beat in 4v4. Nightmare still with control of the point. Is now. Shot goes wide. Jutsu doesn't find anything immediately with the overclock after the kill onto Red X, and now Fruski gonna use the Q rush here. Really focusing on Painkiller as the beat comes out. Bomb as well. Nightmare need to win this fight. Red X back using his own beat. Nightmare all the way out of this. Extinction trying to take the space here, but no kills have been found. Running the point flips, they're going to get it here. And they've kind of lived all these ult turns from Nightmare as well. Peace coming up on a blade, but Nevermind's dead to Jutsu. Now it's Snow's overclock coming out here, looking for some desperate sort of trade as Santana is going to fall to Painkiller. And it looks like, Extinction, they put themselves in a solid position here, but these two kills are just going to absolutely crush the hold onto the point for now. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think Nightmare is definitely winning the ult fights here. I think they're using them a lot better. I think Extinction stacked a lot of ultimates and wasn't able to get kills off of that, which allowed Nightmare to come back in. I think they were fine with the 20%, 30% point they gave up just by winning the fight. And now Nightmare just has Blade and they're going to win early.
Yeah, Peace is really low with the Blade. I mean, still going to cut down Snow and looking for more. Going to grab the Lucio as well of Red X. And just no ults available for Extinction. There's not a lot you can do here. They're going to play for one last team fight. The respawn should be somewhat quick, but Nevermind is getting pretty hardcore forced out in the backline. Peace going to shut down the Tracer and going to cause Santana to be the one who has to touch the point now for Extinction. Trying to preserve as much health bar as possible, trying to balance the touches in time for the Tracer to come back with this Kirish from Virtual. Just going to be devastating on the point as Santana gets cut through. Fruski's dead, Red X gone, and Nightmare going to find a pretty nice first point win here on Ilios.
I mean, like holding tab, it doesn't really look close at all. So it's honestly a little surprising that Extinction got 60%. But I think it worked well in the favor of Nightmare. They were okay with giving up point flips as long as that meant that Extinction was using bad ults, stacking them, using bad spacing. So I think Nightmare's strategy is just to be smarter than the other team. I don't think they need to do anything flashy.
That's fair. I mean, that's a good strategy right there.
Yeah, it's
hard to turn down rocket launch.
A lot of Master League teams decide they just want to die. They want to use things a lot. So I think a lot of these veteran players that have played a high level, I think they know how to stay alive, which is the big factor in winning.
No, yeah, obviously. I'm a big pro-advocator of the worst thing you can do in Overwatch is die. It's somewhat controversial at times, but that's how I see it. But I mean, Fruski just cuts down Jutsu early. I was on the Jutsu camp for that. Not a lot the Soj could have done there, but really, really big opening for Extinction here. They need to capitalize on this one. but Snao is just going to get immediately traded. Fruski not able to keep the Sojourner alive, and Snao just takes way too much damage. Can also over to the Diva for this map as Fruski finds a second here. And Peace kind of caught out as well. Fruski really starting off strong this map, and PK is just really low on the point. As Fruski's looking for Peace, Peace is one. Virtual is going to fall. And Peace is going to cut down Faruski, but point starting to get capped for Extinction. Peace has to live in the enemy backline as Painkiller goes to try and touch the point. Really building a Diva bomb really quickly, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Both Divas are. Red X is dead on the point. Maybe got a little bit stuck as now. Trades Peace and Extinction do secure the early point flip, especially with Painkiller out of mech here. Trying to secure a fight win potentially as the Baby Diva falls, but now Santana's going to be out of the mech. Jutsu clean up on the point. Weeby as well. But it's going to be Faruski once again finding another kill onto Jutsu. Extinction still holding onto the point for now. Virtual and Weeby have a lot to do here as Faruski gets moved off the map. Absolutely no way. I mean, okay. And this has been a really, really scrappy team fight. Neither team can really find a definite fight win. Extinction kind of lucky to have the point cap for all this time, but now, as I say that, Nightmare find the kills when they need them. It's just Santana. And I think someone else left, Snao, but Snao is kind of all the way out. And it looks like Nightmare going to find a flip here. Extinction up to 40% on the point.
Yeah, I do think this is a very good cap for Extinction. I think it gives them a lot of breathing room, the fact that they already have 40% on the point. But I do think with how Nightmare has been using their ults, I do think that it should be very close on how they keep this point control. I do want to see them look for a point flip here, but
yeah, and Painkiller's doing a really, really nice job stuffing the backline of Extinction here. Both beats get layered into this one. Nightmare own a lot of space, but it's Extinction who find all the kills on the point. Weeby and Jutsu fall, and Nightmare have to kind of turn tail and run here. They don't want to stagger around. Painkiller doesn't want to have to use the bomb. Virtual trying to make his way out, but is inevitably going to stagger. And Extinction, I think they found their way back into this map in some sort of way. They used the beat in the last fight. They have everything else. Weeby had used the beat as well, and it's going to be an 8 ult team fight coming up. It's going to be pretty gross, as I think. I'm not 100% sure.
I think this will be a rush fight on point between both teams. It's just whoever's going to live longer will be the big issue.
Yeah, and it's going to be Snao starting off with the overclock. Both overclocks actually get popped, and the rush out from Faruski as Nevermind gets cut down by Pieces of Blade. Extinction, though, still have the point. Santana has the bomb to try and stall this out with, and no one can really find a kill. Santana is going to get demech, but the bomb doesn't find anything as the Diva does make it back into the mech, and Kirish from Virtual is going to get layered onto the point as Santana once again will fall from the mech. And it looks like Nightmare going to find this flip. Nevermind trying to stall it out for as long as he can, but the inevitable flip does come in. Extinction, though, one fight away from securing the second point. Red X going to get staggered out at the end of the fight as well.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why Extinction decided to fight on point there with the rush whenever he's played at low ground, and Jutsu ulted a very bad spot. I think they could have just sat high ground and waited it out. So I think this turned out really well for Nightmare. I think with the ult economy they have, they should be able to keep this point control.
Yeah,
they definitely need to be looking for a kill into YB here.
Yeah, YB has the beat really, really soon. A little bit ahead of Red X as well, so see how Extinction try and want to get into this one. Pulse Bomb comes out, doesn't find anything. Virtual, though, is really, really low, but so is Santana, and Faruski's going to be the first to fall, so Extinction probably needs to be full retreat mode. Santana is just threatening the point cap here. We're going to come back to the team. They're looking for Weeby, but he's going to find Snao. Jutsu gets traded, but Santana is going to get demaxed here, and this stagger on the Baby is going to be really, really impactful here. Santana just kind of has to walk off of the map and going to get cleaned up by Peace at the end of the fight as well. And Nightmare looking pretty poised to potentially take this one. Coming up on Overclock, they have Bomb, they have Beat, and they're going to be walking into the Overclock beat of Extinction, or Extinction are going to be walking into Nightmare is what I meant.
I think the one mistake that Nightmare can't do here is, over push. Extinction has to get to the point. Red X is close to this beat. If they can fight on point with better ult, they should be able to win this.
Yeah, Painkiller's taking a lot of early damage. The touch is here for Nevermind. Beat out from Weeby. Red X able to lair it, and now both Sojourns need to come up on their overclock. Snao has it slightly earlier, as long as he stays alive, playing towards the point. And looking for Jutsu. Overclock's out. Peace with the blade. They start cutting through Extinction. Everyone's dead. It's just Nevermind left, and with the world to do, the Tracer not going to be able to touch the point as Nightmare takes a pretty clean 2-0 here on Ilias.
You know, I was not a huge fan of that beat there from YB, but it turns out Peace, the Genji guy, will just get it done with the blade every time. So nothing to worry about for that team. And that I wouldn't say it was the prettiest 2-0, but looking at the scorecard, it really wasn't as close as it seemed.
Yeah, Extinction did a nice job like finding like pretty critical fight wins, and when they got the point, they held on to it for a while, but they just couldn't like consistently convert team fights. So this was the draft that Nightmare kind of got to dictate, considering they got the first map pick and ban. So I'm curious to see if Extinction want to change things up here, maybe force a more brawly style on map 2, but we'll just have to wait and see what they decide to go with here as they are going into their map pick.
Yeah, I really did wish, you know, Extinction would have banned the D.Va on this map. I think that was a really... they did do better when they swapped the D.Va mirror, but I think Painkiller is just too good to the D.Va.
Yeah, Painkiller is just kind of a beast of the D.Va. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Like, he was very good last season, so it's nice to see him kind of continuing that here. And I'm curious to see what Extinction want to get to ban now. They get to dictate the pace here. D.Va could be gone. They're choosing Runasapi for map 2. And this is one of my favorite maps in the game just because of how variable it is. It feels like even if one team's up 130 meters, they could just lose at any moment. So see what this first ban ends up going with. It could be the D.Va. I mean, it could be a lot of things. I think you could take Peace off the Genji as well. I think he's a really, really elite Genji, but I think Nevermind might want to take the Tracer Mirror, which is something to kind of watch for, like especially in the later maps when the bans kind of get more limited, I feel like. They could also ban support and play Palette for double flex, and I think Palette's really, really good. So I think they have a lot of options here. I'm just curious to see which ones they decide to go with.
So they did ban Sig. I'm personally not seeing, like, you know, what the thought process here is here. I think
neither.
Santana is pretty strong on Sig, and I don't think Painkiller likes playing Sig. Maybe I don't know anything about these players, but I personally am not a big fan of that ban. Obviously, we can't see what Nightmare's ban is. I do agree with you. I do think that they should try to force a Tracer Mirror. I think Nevermind is a lot stronger on the Tracer than Peace, but I think Peace has some of those heroes. Like, I think Vendetta would be a very strong hero for him to play against them and to whatever comp they decide to pick. And we do see the Bastion ban come out from Nightmare, denying that Cat Bastion from Red X, which I do think is probably their strongest comp.
Yeah, I do think so as well. I'm just curious to see. I haven't seen any Cat Bastion yet this FaceIt season, so I'm just curious to see if it does end up getting picked up. I mean, the ban's pretty targeted from Nightmare on these first 2 maps, so we'll kind of see what happens.
I mean, as we say in the FaceIt Master World, bans can dictate how the match goes very easily. So if you don't have good bans, it could go the wrong way for you, no matter how good of a team you are.
So let me make sure. I gotta swap the sides. Karma is also in this map. Nevermind is out, so maybe we'll see a different kind of style. Dust is also in this map instead of Santana. So
one banned Bastion.
Yeah, I'm trying to set my bans as well. I literally forgot what the bans were. So
is Nightmare banned Bastion and Extinction banned Dig.
Yeah, Painkiller walking out on the Orisa, it looks like here. Dust is on the Malga and Karma's on the Shion, so a little bit of a different look here for Extinction. Completely different look. I mean, they subbed in 2 new players, so see how they want to get it done on this map. Peace over to the Mei as well. Probably not going to enjoy the game very much versus this. I'm not going to lie. And I'm curious to see how Karmas plays this Shion. I mean, we've seen so much of the play time. Yesterday, Kyo was just an absolute beast on this hero, so.
Yeah, I've seen the Koreans playing Shion a lot, so maybe Karma secretly has a little bit of Korean in him and will dominate them.
Yeah, and this wall turn comes out pretty early for Nightmare, looking to punish the Malga of Dust. And Dust is taking a ton of damage so far, able to live, and now Nightmare are really, really low, forced inside of the room, and it looks like Extinction kind of rotating away from the fight. I mean, Red X is low, Dust also just very, very low, and now Nightmare is the healthy team. There's lots of resources being used from Extinction here, and Dust is just taking so much damage. Malga is going to fall, and Nightmare pushing the point, going to cash in on a lot more card space with this initial pick as the staggers continue to come in. That's straight out the door from Peruski, though. But it is going to be all the follow-up basically found from Nightmare, so.
I do think Shion's a very good hero at, you know, taking duels. I think it's very strong with the right click and with the bike. But I think if you're playing a more stacked comp with like how Nightmare is playing, I think it's gonna be very hard for the Shion to get a lot of value.
Yeah, and Dust back on the point. Painkiller just going to leave. It's like waiting for the regroup from the rest of his team, and now Extinction get to kind of take a neutral here. Fruski 70% on the Hero Rush. Virtual is about 20% ahead, so this early Hero Rush can be pretty devastating. Wow, devastating. For Extinction to deal with here. Dust gonna hit the immediate pin out wall. Maybe gonna capitalize, miss some of the follow-up damage. That actually might have been the reason Dust lived, I'm not gonna lie, but Hero Rush is successfully kited from Extinction. Fruski almost has their own to go with here, but Painkiller using the Orisa ult as now falls. Jutsu gonna get traded, but Painkiller finds Red X. Dust finds 2 in the backline though, and a 3v3 left on the point. Painkiller cleans up Karmas, but this Orisa just does not have a lot of health, and Dust is gonna be able to punish this. It's just the Lucio and the Mei left for Nightmare.
I mean, Dust seemed to have just killed everyone. I mean, this might be like a, you know, boot shop type Malcolm performance we're seeing from Dust. So, you know, I'm getting impressed right now. I don't see the big chop on the screen, but I think Dust is definitely putting in the work. And I think they kited the rush very well from Virtual, and they went back in with theirs. I was really skeptical at first with the result, but the Suzu happened to be really good timing from Fruski. So I do think the ults here are obviously a match, but I do think they should build this cage. I also do think the Shion ult is a lot stronger than the Mei ult here.
I agree. I think Shion ult is so good. So we'll see how Karmas wants to get value on this hero. Dust just gonna play it slow here as the overclock comes out from Jutsu. Looking for value, but no kills found, and the beat overclock out in turn from Extinction. Lots of ults getting layered into this fight. It's Karmas who dies first. No Shion ult will be used. Now trying to stay alive, but Peace is just doing way too much in the cave. 3 for the Mei on the fight. Looking for more here. As Nightmare able to stabilize here right before the checkpoint. Going to be pushing this back into Extinction territory. But yeah, what a good team fight. I mean, from at Nightmare at least.
Great fight for Nightmare. I really would like to see Extinction play with the cage there to start with and open up ults after Nightmare is forced to use ults out, but they decided to just pin in with 3 ults and then waste them all, which is unfortunate for them. I do think Painkiller's ult here should be very strong into no beat. I think they should engage with this. See here.
Yeah, and it's going to be this Shion ult coming out from Karmas. It cleans up 2. Painkiller, I mean, uses the Orisa ult, but nothing's going to get found. It's just Jutsu and Weeby left, and Karmas cleans up the 3rd on the fight for the Shion player. And Shion, man, just kind of a walking highlight reel. Theo showed it yesterday. Karma's showing it there. In Extinction, I think they're going to get this towards the checkpoint, especially with Jutsu's late respawn. Fruski also has an unmuted Hero Rush to start the fight off. Virtual is really, really close, but could be slightly delayed. Hero Rush is out. Mail is going to get layered in by Peace. Doesn't seem to find anything. Both teams kind of breaking out into a neutral. Virtual gonna layer the Hero Rush in now, and Red X is just so low. Painkiller gonna start walking with the rush, looking for follow-up, but so far nothing's been found. The Orisa player just gonna regroup back towards where the cart's moving. Nightmare effectively stealing it here, and Extinction are just kind of left in the dust on this opposite side of the point. They're gonna be able to match Nightmare around the bend here, but still need to build towards the overclock. Weeby almost has a beat. Jutsu almost has his own overclock to work with, so I feel like Nightmare's position for this fight. Red X just a little bit behind on the beat, so Extinction gonna have to play this one slow just to try and catch up in the ult economy department, it seems. Dust just sitting on the corner here. Gonna actually get forced to pin out in the wall. Perfect from Peace. Dust, real danger mode here. Painkiller trying to walk and clean this up. But the Malga is able to make it out, and Weeby has the beat available here. It's going to be the beat engage, and Karmas is just immediately hunted down by the Lucio player. Fruski gets cleaned up as well, and it looks like Nightmare going to find a nice little fight win here off the back of the Weeby beat.
I mean, this new rookie Weeby is really putting in the work on Lucio against the OWCS competitor 2025 Red X. So I do think this is a very good rookie performance by Weeby, and I think that they are showing why they deserve to be in master.
Yeah, this overclock's out. Red X's beat is forced out of this. It's now looking for follow-up here. Gonna slide onto Jutsu, but this Painkiller ult is actually gonna get canceled. Too much damage from the Extinction team. Gonna put down the Orisa player, and now looks like Extinction should be able to clean this one up. Hopefully doesn't have to use any more ults. I would be very surprised. Peace is blizzing. I mean, maybe swapping off the Mei after this. And Cage is actually coming out from Dust now, too. The ult trade really not that bad. Red X gonna be able to clean up Virtual. Peace is still just pushing the cart right now. And Weeby actually gonna usher the Mei out of this. So somehow I think Nightmare are going to find a positive ult trade at that out of the end of this fight. I don't know what happened there, but Jutsu is going to get staggered here. So Extinction have a little bit of advantage as Nightmare going to kite out and play it for a team fight with their full team, it looks like.
Yeah, honestly, I was watching, I don't even know who's POV, but I just saw, I don't think the fight should have lasted that long. I think he somehow lived through all that.
Yeah,
I think that was a really good fight for
assessment.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I think it was. I think the cage, getting out the cage there is super, super crucial. First he has a Kira, Virtual has it to Mirrors now, has an overclock, but Extinction just kind of stuck on this corner here. Gonna go around with the Kira, but Jutsu picks off Red X early. Painkiller walking in, looking for values now. Forced out pretty heavily here, Suzu from Faruski. Gonna keep people alive as Dust finds Virtual but gets traded. It's now able to trade out Jutsu as well, but Faruski is just so low. Karma's trying to find follow-up, but it's just going to be Peace hunting all of this down on the Mei. Make it 3 for the end of the Mei. At the end of the fight, the Nightmare are going to continue to push the bot back towards Extinction territory. And Extinction just cannot get over the line at this checkpoint fight. It's so close every time, but no cigar, I guess.
Yeah, would you see that YB is beating Red X in this beat here? So I do think they're gonna go in with beat again here, like they have every single fight. What we've been seeing. They might even need it.
Yeah, and does just get blown up pre-fight. I mean, Snao finds a nice trade here onto Jutsu. 4v4, but no tank available, and YB able to use the beat here. Snao is going to go down in the back line. YB, really, really impactful beat as Nightmare would try and clean all of this up. It's just Faruski and Karma's left, I believe, but Karma is going to regroup with Dust, and Nightmare going to continue to find a meter ridge here. 110 in counting. Extinction really desperately need to win a team fight just to get the card back in their favor, but their ult economy is just not great. They only have the beat available, still coming up on a lot of other stuff. They do have the natural respawn advantage here, but Painkiller has the ult, Peace has the Blizz, and Karmez, you need to be careful here. The Shion gonna die early. Weeby, really nice boop to capitalize onto the Shion player, and now Nightmare +1 as Painkiller uses the Arisa, taking a lot of damage in it, and going to die, no way! Big blunder there for the Arisa. And it looks like Extinction going to be able to clean this up. No ults needed. Red X gets to hold on to the beat. And honestly, I thought that started off really bad for Extinction, but they're able to make the best out of a bad situation there. And I think they have a solid shot at putting together some team fights now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Painkiller's thought process was there. You know, I'm not a tank player, so I can't speak for him, but I will be watching Red X's POV this fight in anticipation for an Ajax. So I think this will be the big game changer. If Nightmare can kill Red X, they should be able to win this fight.
Yeah, and Extinction playing this one slow. Dust almost has the cage, and now Red X using the speed amp. As both rushes do get layered into the fight. Dust is so low, beats out, gonna be able to keep the Malga alive. Now Blizz thrown in from Peace, gonna find Faruski. And fat Blizzard from Peace gonna lead to Karma's and Faruski dying. Cage comes out, but no trades are found. So now falls. It's just Red X left, stealing the bot, but Sucio just needs to survive and play for another team fight. And there's only 30 seconds left in the map. Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, Parker, to be honest, I don't really think there's any way Extinction is winning this. We have seen some miracles on this map, but looking at the ults,
yeah, the ults
I do think it's just a one fight and over with beat. I mean,
Karma's
Snowball's just gonna have to kill 5 here.
Yeah, Karma's Ajax's Weavy with the Shion, I think. But Karma's taking a lot of damage free fights, so he needs to be careful. Now, has this overclock, but Red X, oh my god, he got stuck on the ceiling, it looks like, going to fall early. Now the overclock comes out, but Painkiller's just walking the Sojourn down. Suzu keeps now alive for a second, but Dust is going to fall as a result. And it looks like Nightmare going to secure this one. Jutsu finding lots of follow-up here, lots of ults coming out at the end of this, but I mean, not a lot of players for Extinction to stay on the point with, as Nightmare going to take a pretty dominant 2-0 lead in this series so far, and looking like the dominant team that we thought they were, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't think this map was very close. I think Nightmare definitely was controlling the fights. I mean, Weeby with the phenomenal 0 death performance. I mean, this rookie is just showing what they got in Master League. I think them getting picked up to Nightmare first season they're playing is just a telltale sign. They have to have something good from them. So, I do think we will not be seeing the Shion for next map. I don't think it's really working out for them. I think they did a lot better on the mirror comp. So
I agree.
I'm really not sure what they can play.
I do think they look good on the mirror. Honestly, I think Peace had a really nice map on the May as well. Didn't talk about it too much, but so many like multi-kills and fights, and I think the Blizzards were honestly like really impactful. Even when they didn't lead to fight wins, they led to pretty crucial ult trades. So I was really impressed with the Peace May. I know he's a demon at the Genji, but you know, it's nice to see he's got that on some of the other heroes as well. But it's gonna be another map pick in Extinction's favor, and they're going to Rialto and banning Lucio, so targeting Weeby out here, and I'm sure Palette's gonna come in as well. Maybe
yeah,
not.
I do think we will. Yeah, I mean, I do believe we'll be seeing Juno Brig. If not, actually, I think we'll be seeing the Jetpack Cat. I think that's I think the Lucio ban is gonna, you know, definitely let Red X play the cat, and I think with Bastion already being banned, there's nothing they could do. So we do see Lucio and Domina's banned.
Yeah, Domina is taken away here by Extinction, or not Extinction, by Nightmare. Interesting ban. I didn't expect this one, I'm not going to lie. Santana is going to come back in. Red X does stay in here. See what he's going to play. Maybe the Mizuki, maybe the Jetpack Cat was banned away at map 1. We'll have to wait and see. But Domina ban is really interesting. Not a character we see too much play on right now. But I know Santana does like the Domina, I believe. So not super surprised to see the ban, I guess. We're going to see what these teams want to play as well. Weeby's going over to the Jetpack Cat. Red X also playing the Cat. Snow's on the Bastion, so Cat Bastion is going to get a map of playtime here in the series.
Switch it again. Switches them every time.
I know, right? Truly enjoyable.
Of course.
Karmas is going to play the Shion, by the way, as well. Looks like Peace is actually covering the Shion in spawn, so I'm curious to see if we see a Shion mirror on this third map or not. Obviously the character very popular, getting some playtime around here in Peace. Probably just gonna swap over, it looks like. Actually no, gonna rocket out on the Shion, so we're gonna get a Shion mirror this map. Peace versus Karmez, Santana on the Diva. Cat Bastion is getting played here. Weeby is going over to the Mizuki Jutsu on the Widow. And going back to
will be going so
yeah,
be swapping again.
It's now is dropped into the back line. Wait. Oh man, I don't know. Painkiller though gets immediately teabagged. Snell is dropped again in the back line. Drunk driving my cat, I think. I
guess Red X is just having fun this game. Hopefully next fight, he doesn't drop Snow into the enemy team. Not really sure about that one.
Yeah, drunk driving or something. I don't really know, but Snow does die. Painkiller able to get back.
I'll be surprised if Santana gets demeched here.
With the full mech. Yeah, Santana's taking a lot of damage. Looks like able to stay alive for now. Painkiller though, really fighting for this demech. Santana getting ever low, and goodbye to the mech. Santana not gonna have the mech to play with for this team fight. Frisky also really low, and honestly, this might just forfeit the entire first point away to Nightmare. Necklace Diva, just a big liability, and someone has to touch, as Santana is going to get followed up on by Jutsu. Red X falls, and Nightmare, just a clean walkthrough of that first points. Now though, nice trade out the door onto Faruski, or not Faruski, onto Peace, finds a second onto Jutsu. He is going to immediately get put down by Painkiller, but really nice trades from the Widow on the way out. We'll see if he swaps over to something else, as Santana decides to go Sig, and Red X playing the Mizuki as well.
We do see Snowl is staying on Widow, which, you know, as a Widow player myself, I think this guy needs to go back to spawn and immediately swap no matter how good he is. I think the hero is terrible. I think they need to definitely match Ashe or go Cass. I think Cass would be the best pick here. But I do think that Virtual getting first rush, they will just be able to win this fight.
Yeah, first rush, we talked about earlier. Super important in these series, and Virtual doing a nice job just staying alive for now. He's developed this last little bit of percentage, especially with the full comp swap from Extinction. I mean, they're not going to have a lot of ults to work with for quite a while as Virtual 1% away from the rush. We'll see if it gets thrown in here, and here it comes. Santana really low already as Peace cleans up Karmez. Bomb comes out as Ruski hears the rush, but not able to find anything. Jutsu, I mean, actually, it was Peace able to find the kill. as Peace finds a second on a Red X. And Nightmare are just walking through Extinction right now. Feels like the longer the series goes on, the more out of control it gets.
Yes, I think this is what we call a mental boom, unfortunately, but we do see Snowball coming back to the Sojourn after they missed the shot on the remecking D.Va standing still, which I think might have been the cause of the swap, but I do think they're going to be getting closer to the ult economy here that they need to be.
So it's YB, not Weeby. My bad. That's on me. Thank you for the correction.
That was probably me saying it, to be honest.
It was in my chat, so I'm just going to take it. I didn't know how to say it, so it's nice that we got some clarification here. But lots of ults for Nightmare to work with. Painkiller over to the Ramatra. Virtual on the Juno as well as Bob comes out from Jutsu. Santana taking a lot of damage here. This Sig going to get gunned down. The late Mizuki ult from Red X. YB clears his in as well, but it's going to be Extinction all falling here. Karmez is going to be the last to go on the Mei. And Nightmare trying to get this one all the way to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what Extinction's going to do here. I think the Shion ult might be too much.
Yeah, and Peace using it here. Lots of damage in the backline, but no kills found. Red X 1 HP. The Flux from Santana shuts down Peace. Sig, though, really, really low here. Painkiller able to trade Karmez. Did not find anything. Painkiller almost has the Ramatra ult to work with here. Yeah, Santana is so low. Painkiller able to take down the Sig is Nightmare. I mean, holy cow. What a attacking round. 3 minutes, 49 seconds in the bank. Looking primed to take a dominant 3-0 here in the series.
I mean, Nightmare is showing why we predict them so high in the rankings. I mean, it's not very close at all. You know, whenever I think this was supposed to be Extinction's, like, you know, pick with the cat. You know, they got the Cat Bastion. Even I mean, Bullskunk left. Bullskunk doesn't even care anymore. You know, Bullskunk gave up on this match. I mean, that's how you know it's getting bad when Bullskunk is gone. So.
I really want to type in the chat, but I also don't. But
yeah, I don't know.
there's some.
I mean, RIP Skunk.
There's some comedic timing that can be had here, just with how the series is going. But it's just
our newbie YB is talking about. Oh, Bullskunk is back. Bullskunk is back.
Bullskunk is back. Coming back. So.
There he is. Okay. All right, my day is made. It looks like I will be able to go eat after this because I was anticipating it being closer. So I'm excited about that. But you know, this is just a dominant performance. YB or Bullskunk just typed in the wrong chat.
Reset the game maybe to fix the colors. That's probably what it is. Changes his color blinds for the team so they match with or like the left team is blue, but he has it probably orange for Extinction, and right is purple for Nightmare.
That's a super Bullskunk thing to do. So
I'm only guessing, but who knows? It's YB on the Mizuki at the start of the round here. I think Nightmare are going to make this really, really hard to take. I mean, they have such a fat time bank to work with. Like, worst case scenario, they just make it take a long time for Extinction to complete the map. But also, they're probably just going to play for the win as well. Red X is on the Cat, and Snow's on the Widow, so.
I mean, like I told you before, like, he needs to get off Widow. This hero is not good. We've talked about this before. I do think they should. Oh, and Karmez.
Yeah, Karmez actually finds 2 here. With the bike, 2K for the bike. I mean, does fall to Peace, but this should give Extinction an opening here as Peace does fall. It's just Painkiller left and gonna reset and play for another fight on this point. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Painkiller was that fight. I did notice that they kind of just walked high ground and there was no D.Va to, you know, matrix the team, which is why they all died to Peace, or why they all died to Karmez. So I do think, I don't know what Painkiller was doing, but I do think this is a really good setup for Extinction with the Widow in the back. I just need Extinction not to die first, which is what they like to do.
Yeah, Painkiller just stalling the corner as, yeah, Extinction is dead first now. Dead. Free fight to Jutsu the Sojourn. Starting to come alive here. Going to flip into the enemy team. Looking for Faruski and now Santana. Kind of on an island here. This chain from YB, I mean. Going to D-Mech the D.Va here. And looks like Nightmare should be able to hold on to this one as Santana is just so low on the high ground. Jutsu able to find the cleanup as well. So now it's back on the Widow, but probably needs some sort of miracle pick here. to get Extinction back into this one. Basically 2 minutes remaining here. Half their time bank's gone. They need to win one fight to get the second point. They're coming up on
off Widow.
Yeah, but you're debatably building like it worked like at the very end of this round. It's just such a late swap. I feel like it could suck. But
I do think they're need to get a kill with this CAD map here since YB is not doesn't have the Mizuki ult yet. I think that's definitely gonna be their win condition.
Snao was really walked up here. Kirish on the high ground from Virtual as Jutsu shuts down Red X. Bomb is out from Santana. Peace able to clean up the baby Diva and finds another. Onto Snao as well. Fruski's off the map and Karmez kills by YB. As it looks like Nightmare are just pedal to the metal through this one, man. Holy cow. Minute 30 remaining.
Santana does it. Nogfriend type, let's go Nightmare. I did hear from Nogfriend that he's not with that team anymore. So I think he will be rooting for Nightmare.
Yeah, and Karmez doesn't find anything with the Shiono. Painkiller trying to find the follow-up, but Karmez able to stay up here. But Santana, maybe not so lucky. The Zarya is taking so much damage as Painkiller just chucks the bomb into this, and it finds Santana. And Red X dies in the catnap before able to pull Painkiller off the map, and Nightmare just look absolutely phenomenal this map. Karmez is going to be the last to fall, and we're quickly approaching last fight territory. 45 seconds remain. The stagger onto the Shion is brutal. And Nightmare, they look like #1 form right now. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, with this Zarya, I don't think they have really any movement, and I think with this high ground that Nightmare has, and with the ultimate coming they've been saving up like every fight, I don't think it's really possible for Extinction to retake this unless they get a magic pick.
Yeah, and it looks like a hit on the backline here with Pieces Shional. Trying to find follow-up as Karmez is just gutted through by the Shion. Fruski uses the Kyrie Rush, and they're able to trade Jutsu, but still a 4v3 in Nightmare's favor. As Karmez taking so much damage. YB, really nice angle here for the Mizuki, just trying to stay alive as Santana cleans up Peace, but Zarya is going to get traded. Painkiller looking for the final kills here to clean this map up as Karmez and Fruski on the point. But Painkiller actually going to get DMAC'd here, so maybe Extinction able to find a fight win. YB really, really low as well. Just poking from the high ground. Looks like trying to get one last team fight. Painkiller back in the mech. Karmez coming up on a Shional. Virtual has the Kyrie Rush. And going to use it here. So now it's overclock. Looking for value. Lots of it going into the Diva, but hasn't been able to find anything. Painkiller solo on the point is going to fall. Karmez finds Peace with his Shional. Painkiller's bomb not going to lead to any kills as the baby Diva gets finished before getting back in the mech. And Extinction going to extend the map for at least one more round.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the Zarya swap from Extinction. I do. As I said before, I think Santana's best hero is definitely Zarya. You know, it's their strongest hero. And I do think it pairs well with the Shion as well, especially with the ultimate. I mean, we do see Painkiller swapping over to this Hazard, which ultimately does counter the Zarya. So, I'm not sure what Extinction is going to do about that one.
Yeah, it's now on this high ground here. Mizuki all out from Red X, but not able to find much as Santana does fall to Peace, and Extinction kind of going back to what happened on the first point here. Back to retreat mode.
Extinction, you know, used an ult and then died. So, you know, that's really what you can't be doing. So, I think they need to, you know, I think they're being over-aggressive, and Nightmare's, you know, playing a comp where, you know, if you step too far, you're obviously going to die to, like, any of the heroes that they have. And I do finally see Red X picking someone up in the air, which they have not been doing.
Yeah, Painkiller looking for Karmez. I mean, Karmez is just gone. I mean, not much else to say here. Red X try to keep Shion alive, but it's going to be Extinction once again waiting for a respawn here. Santana has the grab first. He has the Kyrie Rush. They have really, really strong ults they can use here, but they just have to make it out of spawn cleanly, and Karmez is just taking, once again, so much damage refight from Painkiller as the grab is out. Santana finds quite a few in it. Jutsu's going to fall. Painkiller really, really low as well. So now able to clean up the Hazard's Piece. Just going to get out of this one. YB dies late. Looks like Virtual and Peace just trying to live here and should be able to make it out as Extinction. Doof once again finds another fight win. What's up, Mr. Lobby? How are you doing? Virtual going to have a Kyrie Rush here. Fruski able to mirror it, but no grab available. They're close to DPS ults, but Red X going to be gone at the start of the fight. Painkiller just cooking on the point as Peace uses the Shion ult, just trying to clean this one up, and this could very well be the last clean fight that Extinction get. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it to the point. They have ults coming up that they could use, but
I do think Red X will be able to touch, but I'm not sure there's much more to come after that.
yeah, the cat gets it. But yeah, I mean, Red X is gone. And we'll see if anyone else can make it to the point. Next probably has to be Santana or Snao, but no one's able to make it, and Nightmare is going to capitalize and cap off a really, really clean 3-0 and start to the season for them.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a dominant performance by Nightmare, and I'm really impressed by Peace on the Shion, you know. Maybe not as much as Kyo, but I do think that they've been playing it pretty well. I think the team is going to play around it, so I look forward to, you know, really seeing this Nightmare team play other top contenders like Dark Mode and EXO.
Yeah, we definitely
I want to see some Shion matchups.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely want to circle that EXO Nightmare matchup. That could be a grand finals preview. I'm sure everyone and their mother is going to be on that game, but that's going to be interesting to watch. Obviously, we talked about Dark Mode a little bit as well. Gonna have to wait and see what they kind of provide here. They're kind of a question mark, but we all expect them to be very, very good. Frothy Philly Crowy, Mouthful Dove, and a triplet. So we'll see what happens here, but yeah, Nightmare, they look good to start the season off. I can't say this is super, super surprising. I thought it was going to be potentially a 3-0, but I didn't think it was going to be this commanding. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's going to be back to the drawing board for Extinction. I mean, they have a long season to play out here. There's lots of weeks left. This is week 1. I think there's 7 more. So they have time to figure it out, but it's probably a nice wake-up call to get early, and we'll see if they can come back stronger in the next series that they play.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of obviously a lot of people think Nightmare's gonna be good. I do think Extinction have the potential to be very good. So honestly, great match to be on a Saturday. Obviously it was not as close as we wished it was. We did predict the 3-1. They didn't quite get the 1 map win. But I do think a lot of these players are more new to competing than Nightmare players, so I do think they'll be a lot better when as time goes on.
Yeah, that's true. The experience is definitely good, right? And Painkiller talked about it a little in his Google Doc, right? Like getting the experience of playing against good teams, even if you get killed, is important. Like this could just be one of those scenarios, right? We talked about Peruski is a rookie. A lot of these other players have played together before. Team Mexico, like kind of fresh, I assume, in some cases at least, that like they haven't played too long together. So it's nice to get that experience against a team that's probably going to be at the top and get to see what that looks like, and you have something to like build towards. It's easier to build towards the top and try and replicate what another team is doing than staying at the peak. And Nightmare, they're probably at the peak right now, but they have to maintain that for the entire season, and that's going to be a pretty tall order. So we'll see if they're able to hold on to that or not. But regardless of that, congrats. We should choose a player of the match, though. I don't know if you have anybody in mind.
Honestly, I would like to go with the rookie YB. I do think, I mean, they were like 21-0 on that 1 map. They also played the Mizuki pretty well, as well as I guess they only played Mizuki other than Lucio. But their Lucio gameplay was pretty nice. No Ajaxes. They were lapping on beat. So I would like to give YB, the rookie, the player of the match.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. YB is really, really good. Also, I mean, the cat's already at the bat. YB is Lep. I don't know if it's a rebrand, but I'm trying to honor it just because D reached out to. But let's not like, for those of you who maybe don't know, that is the case. YB is very, very good. Probably the best player in Masters this season. So big pickup for Nightmare. But that is the context there. But technically a rookie, which is kind of fun to say. So I'm gonna keep using that because I think it is funny, considering played in OWCS for like God knows how many seasons. But I like calling him a rookie, so we're gonna keep doing that. But yeah, I agree. I concur. Really, really. Good player of the match there. Definitely lapping on the B. It was very, very evident on Runa Sapia as well. I think that was honestly maybe the best map that they played all series.
They definitely did play very good. But other than that, it was kind of a stomp. Oh, he did?
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm saying.
Oh. Never mind.
Plus, everyone knows it, but I'm just figuring. Let's not act
like
we're stupid, bro. Like,
I'll still call him YB.
YB is insane. We already knew that coming in. Don't be surprised the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really good stuff from Nightmare. And I'm excited to see what's happening. There is a match tomorrow, though. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I think it's Way Too Thanos versus I don't even remember.
Tomorrow, Way 2 Thanos versus Element Normal. There's also Mouse 5 versus Amplify. I will be working most of the day, so I'm gonna be too tired to do it, to be honest. I mean, maybe I'll like last minute, get up and do one of these games.
Yeah,
I
I don't
do think
know.
Way 2 Thanos should. I predict they'll 3-0, and then, I think Amplify will also 3-0 Mouse 5. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with those, but those are my predictions at least if I don't watch them.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know if I'm gonna do it either way. It's Father's Day tomorrow, so I do have to do some stuff.
Yeah, obviously it's Father's
And
Day as well.
I have a bunch of fucking schoolwork I have to do. So I don't know.
Mhm.
We'll just play it by ear. It's gonna be last second announcements. Just to assume for the future for me, Thursday, or just talking to my chat, Monday through Thursday. Is probably like stream days, and then after that, it's just kind of like question mark. Who knows? Besides that, I don't have much else to say. I don't know if you have anything else you want to close with.
I don't either. That was I guess this first I would say first big team match. Like teams we expect to be very good. Although it wasn't very as close as I thought it would have been. That was a cool match to watch. And then the next match I will be streaming. Don't care if anyone else is. I'm doing Anomaly versus Nightmare. I think that'll be a great match. But other than that, that's probably it.
All right, well, that's it. Maybe to stream tomorrow. Definitely stream Monday. Besides that, thank you guys for watching. You know the usual. Join Discord, follow Twitter, etc. But I'm going to head out, and I hope everyone has a good night. But regardless of that, thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you when I stream again. Bye-bye.